Oprah Winfrey paced the dimly lit room, her mind racing with memories that played like a film reel against the backdrop of her eyelids. It was her sanctuary, a place she retreated to when the world felt too heavy to bear. The walls were adorned with pictures, photos of her journey, her triumphs, and her moments of despair. Each one told a story, each one was a piece of the puzzle that made her whole. She paused in front of a particular photograph that seemed to call out to her. It was an image of her younger self, eyes wide with dreams yet untouched by the harshness of reality. She remembered that girl, the one who had dared to hope against all odds. She looked away from the photograph and let out a deep sigh. Her eyes were drawn to the journal lying open on her desk, its pages filled with the echoes of her thoughts over the years. Her hands trembled as she picked it up and started flipping through the pages, each one a testament to her struggles and her victories. Words of pain, words of joy, words that had unburdened her soul time and time again. One entry caught her eye, and she began to read it aloud. "I must turn my wounds into wisdom." She smiled, remembering the exact moment she had penned those words. It had been a day much like this one, full of uncertainty and reflection. And now, years later, they felt even more poignant. Those words had become her mantra, her guiding light in the darkest of times. Oprah sank into her chair, her gaze fixed on the ceiling as if she could see beyond it. Life has a funny way of putting obstacles in your path, she thought. But each wound, each scar, is a lesson. She had learned this the hard way, through countless battles with both external forces and her inner demons. But in the end, those wounds had not defeated her. They had made her stronger, more resilient, more compassionate. How many people out there are struggling just like I was? She wondered. How many are on the brink of giving up, not realizing that their wounds are not the end, but rather the beginning of something extraordinary? She could almost feel their pain, a collective ache that reverberated in her own heart. Oprah rose from her chair with renewed determination. She walked over to a window and looked out at the world beyond. "I need to reach them," she resolved. "I need to share my story, my journey, so they too can turn their wounds into wisdom." She picked up her phone and started typing a message to her social media followers. Each of us carries wounds, some deeper than others. But remember, these wounds are not just scars, they are lessons. They are the wisdom that shapes us into who we are meant to be. Today, I challenge you to look at your wounds, to embrace them, and to turn them into wisdom. Share your story, your journey. Let's inspire one another. As she pressed send, Oprah felt a surge of hope and determination. She knew that her story would resonate, that it would help others see the light in their darkest hours. Because in the end, that is what life is all about, turning our wounds into wisdom and using that wisdom to uplift others. Looking back at the photo of her younger self, Oprah allowed herself a small smile. "We've come a long way," she thought. And with that, she turned away from the past and stepped boldly into the future, ready to share her wisdom with the world. So, I leave you with this. What wounds are you carrying, and how will you turn them into wisdom?